Hello and welcome to the next Mendix World session here at Mendix World 2021. My name is Rob Versluis. I'm the Customer Success Manager for MS Amlin, one of my customers. We are going to talk to you about an end-to-end solution in insurance. And for that I invited a couple of people. First of all, I would like to introduce to you Katie. Katie, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, Katie Wolf. I'm Head of Digital Trading at MS Amlin. My career has primarily focused on automating the underwriting process through the use of technology and data. I've worked on both sides of the insurance fence, so for QBE previously, Gallagher brokers, and then latterly Mitsui Sumitomo prior to the acquisition of MS Amlin, where I'm now responsible for the UK underwriting portfolio of P&C products, all traded digitally, and the transformation of our European SME business into a digital distribution model.
Also in the room, André van Teeseling from First Consulting. Can you maybe also tell a little bit about yourself and also share, the special relationship you have with Mendix World?
Mendix World, okay. Yeah, really exciting to be here at Mendix World. And you're right, I have a little bit of special relation with Mendix World because actually my first day at First Consulting was at Mendix World. Yeah. Even signed my contract with First to build a new Mendix capability there. So really exciting to be here. And I was involved in the MS Amlin project as the solution architect for the Mendix part.
Yeah, well, very welcome. Katie, for the audience, can you maybe tell us a little bit about MS Amlin?
I can. MS Amlin is part of the MS and AD Insurance and Reinsurance Group. It's part of a global network. MS and AD has around 37 billion of income. It spans 200 countries with head offices in Tokyo and writes pretty much the whole suite of insurance products. MS Amlin itself is 3.7 billion in income, so a significant company, regards itself as a specialist insurer and prides itself on its underwriting expertise and flexibility of approach, all A-rated capability, and has been around as a group over 300 years.
Oh wow, that's a long time. I didn't even know that, to be honest. Yeah. So it's a large international company, right?
Very much so.
I think what is interesting to share also with the audience is that you, some time ago you started a GoDigital initiative. Can you maybe also share some thoughts on, what is that about actually?
Yeah, so our aim was to create an innovative, scalable, user-friendly digital underwriting solution, full cycle underwriting solution, in order to administer in a cost-effective and efficient manner the large proportion of our SME policies that we have. We needed to automate the end-to-end process fully. By end-to-end process, we mean from data entry, preferably by brokers or our distribution partners, through to accounts reconciliation and the claims management process.
Okay. Thank you very much. It sounds like an end-to-end solution, as you say. So, André, can you maybe share some thoughts on, let's say, the generic concepts behind this GoDi?
Yes, I can. When we started this project together with Mendix and MS Amlin, and looking at the objectives of the initiative, it very soon became clear to us that we really needed to have a special solution that, on one side, was able to provide the generic functionality to standardize and harmonize the way of working at MS Amlin, but on the other hand, allow the flexibility to tailor it to all the different products and business lines and different countries that we wanted to support, both for all the products that we wanted to include, but also for the processes that we wanted to include. And to do that, we used two concepts that we had developed already at First Consulting before. One is the modular product approach, where a product consists of object types and definition, what you insure. And for each object, you can also define other components like covers, clauses, wordings, etc. And in this way, you can configure your product as you want. And the other concept is that we used is dynamic case management. And this allows you to define generic process steps, so generic functionality in the process, but with business rules that we can configure for the different products and the different countries. We can tailor the process for the exceptions and the specific regional or local situations. Yeah, and that in combination with the flexibility of the Mendix platform to allow to differentiate in the different user experience for the different applications and countries and the great integration possibilities. Yeah, that gives us really a very powerful solution also for the future for MS Amlin.
Really cool. So this is quite huge, right? I mean, and today we are primarily going to talk about Mendix, but maybe Katie, you can also say something about the other, let's say, partners or vendors involved, but because it's not just Mendix, right?
No, not at all. We really wanted to choose partners that could grow with us on our digital transformation. So not only have we chosen Mendix for its capabilities, we've also chosen a company that our colleagues in MS and AD Ventures have invested in, called Socotra, for our core policy management solution. We've also chosen a relatively young company called FinTech OS, who are responsible for our invoicing and payments, so our accounts reconciliation process. And obviously we work with First Consultancy, Andre, in order to bring those together with their agile methodology that was very important to us. So we feel that combination creates a very robust solution, but one that still gives us the flexibility to meet our overall requirements.
Got it, yeah. So interesting, I think, to know for the audience is, how did you get to Mendix? Why did you choose Mendix in these parts of the solution, let's say? Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Okay, so we went through a very lengthy proof of concept process with what could be regarded as the more traditional solution providers, so Duck Creek, Majesco, Guidewire, to name but a few. And whilst they were very credible and attractive in many regards, we didn't feel that they completely fitted our criteria. It was very important to us to not have to undertake a very lengthy project before we could demonstrate some of the benefits. It was also important to us not to be stuck with one size-fits-all solution provider. We had a very ambitious budget, which had to be taken into account. But probably the most important thing from my perspective is we didn't want to have to compromise on the flexibility required to meet all of our requirements. Because this initiative spans every area of the underwriting process, from underwriting to the financial processes to claims, we had a lot of knowledge that we wanted to actually use to build the most effective solution. Mm-hmm. So because of those reasons, we actually decided that we needed to change our approach. We wanted another low-code provider to complement Socotra, who, because of our corporate relationship, we decided was suitable for our core policy management solution. So we looked at low-code. We assessed a number of providers in the market, but we felt that Mendix was the supplier that best suited our requirements, but also was the best fit with us culturally.
Wow. Well, you answered all my questions at once, so that is really great. Okay, that's, I think, for the introduction, to show a little bit about, let's say, the magnitude also of what you are currently doing, right? Maybe, Andre, to you, can you elaborate or tell us about the actual solution? What are we building here?
Yeah, I can confirm that the solution itself, it's one of the biggest and most complex solutions that I've been involved with since I worked with Mendix, and that's already for more than 7 years. So It's really, I think, a very nice solution. As Katie explained, we are building on top of Socotra as policy management system. So the truth about the policy and the life cycle process about the policy is in Socotra. So the rating, all the triggers and events on invoicing, lapse and grace, cancellation are all done by Socotra. But on top of that, we have built a landscape with different Mendix applications, a microservices landscape covering the different processes. And it is built on top of the Humblebee framework with dynamic case management and the modular product approach. But on top of that, we have built 3 applications for the end-to-end processes. The first is the product management application. And in that, the product manager can configure the different products and components and reuse these for the different countries and things. We have built an underwriting portal for all the underwriting processes like referrals, MTAs, quotations, etc. And we have built or actually used the Humblebee claims package to implement the claims processes at MS Amlin. And on top of that, MS Amlin also built a custom broker portal for self-service with brokers and a gateway to connect to external data platforms like for broker platforms or for payments like FinTech OS. And for the integration between all the Mendix applications, we use the Mendix Data Hub, which really saved us a lot of time for integrating between all these apps and different components. There is a separate breakout session on that, so I won't go into details. But in overall, it's quite a huge solution. So, but it's really nice.
Yeah, Katie, would you like to add something to that? Because, like I said, it's huge, right? I mean, what you are achieving in almost less than a year, quite amazing. What are your thoughts on that?
It's a huge, huge undertaking. We're talking about a solution that touches every element of our underwriting process, from underwriting to claims to our management information, operations, IT. It's a fully integrated solution with our internal systems of record. I mean, this really has touched every element of the business. And it's something that we are going to be relying upon for all of our SME business to be transacted, where relevant, over the coming years. So it's of utmost importance to actually get this right from the outset. I'm sure that many, many people didn't believe that we could do it in the nicest possible way. But we have got to the point now where we have developed and are about to launch an end-to-end underwriting platform with 3 products in Belgium. So we have achieved our aim, which is significant.
Yeah, it's also a complement to the development team. Also a combined team of developers of MS Amlin itself and our team that work together on this.
Yeah, it's a really nice story to share, and I think especially in the insurance world, people will be amazed. So you said already a little bit, Katie, about the fact that you're about to go live with a couple of products in Belgium, etc. What after that? Can you maybe share a little bit on roadmap, let's say?
So the key for us was to implement an end-to-end solution. After that, we have many different applications for that solution. We will continue to develop different product lines in Belgium. We will then replicate those products where appropriate throughout the Netherlands and through France and potentially into the UK. But we will also start decommissioning some of our legacy systems that aren't fit for purpose, come with a high maintenance and license cost, and transfer that business onto this new Mendix Socotra solution that has been developed.
Yeah, nice. Thank you. So last but maybe not least, right? I mean, like I said, and we said it many times before, it's huge, it's big, it's been running for about a year now. So what are your key learnings? I mean, you must have learnings, right, Katie?
We have many, many learnings. Overall, it's been very successful. Having a digitally focused team sitting in the heart of the business has been fundamental to that success. Really adopting the agile methodology has also been crucial in terms of iteratively being able to demonstrate progress both to our business users or business stakeholders and to our more senior stakeholders who are responsible for the initiative. Constantly showing progress has really helped build confidence. We also sticking to the scope. We have been very rigorous in trying to stick to our scope that we put in place from the outset. Very key. Because with the flexibility of Mendix, we've had many different requests to actually, can we just do? And yes, we probably can, but that would have distracted us from achieving our overall end-to-end aim. So I think they're the key learnings. There was always going to be a big cultural challenge to move away from that IT-led development process. But as I say, I think with the help of both First and Mendix, because they are so indoctrinated with agile methodology, that's really helped our team focus and develop in the way that we feel was needed to be able to implement this solution.
Yeah, I can totally imagine, and thank you. Andre? Anything to add?
Yeah, well first, it was one of the most exciting projects I've been in with Mendix, so that
not over
was
yet,
already a lesson learned. But I think it was really important that we involved business stakeholders and users also within Mendix within MS Amlin from the different departments. That really helped, and also because the people were not completely used yet to agile way of working. But seeing is believing with Mendix, so you really have to show things and then they really start in this iterative way of working, and that really helped going to this MVP. And as Katie said, it's important to stick to this MVP scope, get something live and start working with it, start learning with it, and then we have a very nice solution now. The whole fundament and framework is there. And I believe that it's very easy now to add new products, improve the processes, to get more straight-through processing in the processes, and that will really help in the future.
Nice.
I think maybe one other lesson learned is, of course, with Mendix, development is really quick, but you really need to reserve time for also integrating with external parties, giving time to specification, testing, QA with that, because it's not only Mendix what we have built. And you need to take your time also for that.
Yeah, I can understand, looking at all the vendors and partners
Exactly.
that are playing a role here. So, truly amazing and very nice story to share with the Mendix World audience. So I would like to thank you very, very much for all the time that you put in, and again, for sharing this story. So, at home, let's say, if there's any questions, please reach out to me, Rob Versluis, at mendix.com. And I'm more than happy to point you to either Katie or Andre. Thank you very much, and have a lot of fun with Mendix World.